During our schooling, academics wasn't so important. It was more important, are you in the school team, cross-country team, or actually the athletic team? I mean, for us, it was those two teams. I think it's really helped me. Rather than whatever percentage I ever got or whichever college I went to, it was what the school did for me. And what's not happening today is exactly that. And my question to you guys really is, what do you think about that? I tried at Ashoka, I failed miserably. And I don't have anyone else to blame but myself because I tried maybe differently or incorrectly. Idea there was, how could we inculcate physical fitness in these guys who we thought were getting the best, education system possible in India, but how could we actually put in the physical activity? And I didn't get very far. I was there for 2 years. How do you think we can do that, school and college? What should we be doing about it? Or is there a need at all?
I mean, there's definitely a need. I mean, the schools, I can talk about my schools and so I work with a lot of schools. There's a lot of talent in India, a lot of talent. I just don't think we have really good coaches. And that's the biggest problem. I mean, I remember when I was in school, my coach wasn't very good. I think I could have done a lot better. And I actually got a scholarship to go abroad and run. And when I remember when I ran, I remember I was in the cross country in the track team, and I remember the coach telling us, this was just when we'd come, my first semester in the States, and I remember the coach telling us, we're going for a run, and he said, we're going for I think he said like a 10, we're going for 10. And I was like, 10K, that's great. He was talking 10 miles. Okay, I had never run more than 8K in my life. And I remember thinking to myself, this is like, this is routine for these kids here. For us, it's like, we never run. We don't do that kind of stuff. And unfortunately, India is, I mean, if the training is the biggest issue. I think a lot of focus is being paid on academics. Sports like cricket and stuff get a lot of attention. There's no money in the rest of it. So
you need to create a culture in the schools. First, it's a school, but also to help in that is the competition among the schools. In the place where I come from, we work more in the team sports. It's more basketball, football, but it's not just that the school is active itself, but also there is a structural competition among the schools. We have 2 to 3 years bracket, and there is inter-school competition. And that helps also in the prestige of the school. A part of the marks in the equivalent of 12 standard is the results of the sports. So that pulls all the schools to get teams for the competitions, to join the federation, and that gives name to the school. So it's something that perhaps here is lacking. This culture of competition among the schools. It's extended, for example, even in my place there, that is in the coastal area, there is a beach football competition among the companies that is played every day at night after 8 o'clock. There is nobody sunbathing, there is no sun. So after the working hours in the office, people go there to play football. So you create the culture, joining the schools among themselves, and decide, okay, let's organize a competition among ourselves.
I grew up a nerd, I have to admit. So, so this is I wholeheartedly agree that we gotta have holistic curriculum for our kids. They make them a more better rounded person, more successful in life. I lived in the US for several years, and I saw how integrated physical education and all this thing was in curriculum. And it kind of develops a set of traits which is so natural, just beyond the scholastic and just academics that happens in school. So I agree with that point that, hey, if we can somehow have physical education running part of the curriculum, more organized, it will develop well-rounded kids. I mean, I'm not sure that'll make us a running champion nation in the world, but that's not the point we're going to make, right? So completely agree with that point.
I think, when we were in school, we used to have a PT class. And I think a bit of that has gone out of fashion. I don't know whether schools still run it. But there's no easy answer. I think the problem is what Himmat said, that people will go where the money is. And if there is no money in just running, people are not going to go in for running no matter how much we try. I think, but the longer term answer is really, it's a bit of a motivational issue that you can create in every place you are. I mean, I truly believe that when we, as an office, have 5 or 6 people who run every year in different age groups, it motivates people to run. I know Suresh, who's sitting here, one of my partners, has become, I just heard the other day, he runs 10 kilometers every day. And many other of my partners in Bombay, they send me messages, I've lost 10 kilometers, 10 kilos, etc. But I think there's one aspect of caution, which I keep telling people. If we are, this is not going to happen at schools, and that's the perfect answer. But if we are trying to motivate people within organizations, we have to also recognize that people are stressed. There is a crunch on time frame. Not everybody is as disciplined as these gentlemen who wake up at 5, etc. So I've always told people that follow a regimen which you can easily maintain on a daily basis. If somebody tells me I'm going to go for a 10-kilometer walk, who's a partner in the firm, I know it's not going to be able to last because, if it takes an hour and a half, there'll be 5 messages, conference call. So I've always suggested to people, keep it what you can do every day. And then once in a while, you can ramp it up, do 30 minutes. So I think part of it is, do we want this zero to hero mentality? I think that becomes very difficult. Somebody says, I've got to become a runner, I've got to do 15 kilometers a day. It can't last. So you've got to create, to my mind, in every organization, every place, if somebody is interested in creating that culture, bring in that element of balance that, yes, fitness is important. It's awkward to tell people they're not fit, but it's the only way you can do it is by trying to do it yourself and make people motivated. But try and also not to get this zero to hero mentality as we try very often, and try and just build the culture in every organization, every place, wherever we have a potential sphere of influence. I think that's the only answer. You're never going to get the perfect answer.